Something that you guys should know about me. I love going to the movies. It's like one of my favorite things ever.
You get to sit in this nice comfy chair with a big old tub of popcorn and go on any adventure where anything is possible.
Honestly, there was never a time when I had a bad experience. Well, there was like one time.
So it was me, my dad, and my two uncles. You know what, for confidentiality purposes, let's call them Uncle Q and Uncle P. Because, you know, mind your P's and Q's. My two uncles were in town visiting, so we all decided to have our own guys' night out.
I would say that this was when the first certain R-rated Marvel movie was still in theaters.
We pull into the parking lot, and Dad turns the car off. I'm about to get out of the car when I realize that my dad didn't unlock the doors. I look over at him, and he's looking around like he's making sure no one's looking. Okay. Like he's about to change into Batman, and nobody can know his secret identity. Well, you know, except for his son. Holy boba milk tea, Batman! A few people pass by our car before my dad just goes, okay, break it out. Uncle P and Uncle Q don't even miss a beat. Uncle Q goes under his seat, grabs a bottle of Hennessy. Uncle P in the backseat with me goes under his chair, pulls out a bottle of apple juice. Dad breaks out a couple of wine glasses from under his chair, and they start popping bottles in the club!
Well, not really. I mean, they start giggling like crazy people, but that's about it.
Dad's like, why do I feel like I'm in high school again and I need to return the car and the bottle to my parents' cabinet before they get home? Uncle P turns to me and goes, want a sip? My dad immediately whirls around and is like, 9!
Not today.
You know we're such bad role models that as your dad, I wouldn't even let you hang out with us. What if you were my age? I still wouldn't let you hang out with us. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get out of the car now because we're gonna miss the movie. Uncle Q, Dad, and I all get out of the car when we realize that Uncle P is missing somehow. We look back at the car and it's just shaking back and forth really hard. It takes me a second to notice that Uncle P is sitting on my baby brother's side of the car, meaning he's trapped by the child lock. Dad jerks the door open, Uncle P spills out and just starts laughing his face off. We eventually get to the movie theater and get our tickets before Uncle Q says, hey, we should head to the bar at the cafe. Before I know it, our whole group is at a jungle restaurant bar. Actually, my uncles and dad are sitting at the bar, you know, with the high seats and sipping on sangrias. Meanwhile, I'm at a regular table underneath them with only a cup of water. Now, I know that I'm underage, but come on, not even a lemonade. Anyways, the bartender must have felt bad because I heard her say, that's okay, you know, he can sit up at the bar as long as he doesn't drink. I jumped out of that stupid kid's table like Super Mario and landed right in one of the bar chairs. The only problem was that I was still drinking water.
And why water? Well, that's actually part of another longer story. I had a headache all day that day, and I think my lunch was starting to migrate north, if you know what I mean.
Is that all you got? Hey, where'd he go? Groin kick! Bang! Teleport! Oh, this isn't...
Midway through the movie, everybody fell asleep. Everybody but me literally fell asleep. So, in the middle of the movie, it suddenly dawns on me. I think I'm gonna...
So, let's recap. My two uncles and my dad are bringing me, an underage kid, to the movies to see an R-rated film. However, what they failed to tell me is that they snuck a bottle of alcohol and apple juice into the car. After sipping in the car, we immediately go right afterwards into a jungle restaurant themed bar where I get to sit at said bar. However, later on when we're actually watching the movie, everybody else falls asleep, I feel dizzy, I have to go to the bathroom, and I puke.
If you were my mom and aunt, aka the Harbingers of Death, and my response to how was your night was this story, how would you respond? Luckily, I didn't get in trouble that night. My Uncle Q, on the other hand, you guys should have seen it. I was telling my aunt my story, and I watched her eyes start to burn like Cyclops from the X-Men. Not at me, but at my Uncle Q. I'm talking no visor, no sunglasses, just full-on... Her face changed and was scary as heck. I heard her say to my uncle,
Get into the bedroom now.
My uncle got dragged into the guest room like they were the gates of hell. So yeah, I love going to the movies.